Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa.
Sawadee Kap. Hello and welcome to Wat Tung Yu, a historical Buddhist temple. You are warmly invited to explore Wat Tung Yu, an active temple in the heart of Chiang Mai. Here, tradition and the teachings of the Buddha come together, offering visitors both cultural inspiration and inner peace. We are very pleased that you have decided to visit our temple today. I am going to provide you an audio tour of our temple to help you understand more about the temple and the teachings of the Buddha. The multiple stations of our tour await you. Please proceed to station number 2, located inside and in front of the main hall.
Itipiso bhagava
Arahang Samma Sambuddho.
In front of you is a collection of multiple Buddha images symbolizing the diverse aspects of the Buddha's teachings. You are welcome to have a seat and make yourself comfortable. The Buddha, originally named Siddhartha Gautama, was born in the year 563 BCE and died in 483 BCE. He was born in modern-day Nepal and taught in modern-day Northeast India. He was born into a royal family as the first son of a king. He was destined for the throne. At the age of 29, he left the royal palace to seek a better understanding of life through his journey to enlightenment. It is important to understand the Buddha never taught anyone to make statues of him. However, approximately 500 to 600 years after his death, the people who were familiar with his teachings came in contact with the people in Greece. They were learning from the Greek people how to make statues, as the Greek people were making statues of their gods. The people who were exploring the teachings of the Buddha decided, on their own, to start making statues of the Buddha. However, the people who started making statues of the Buddha did not live during his lifetime. So, the vast majority of statues you will see of the Buddha do not depict his actual appearance during his lifetime, because the artist did not live during his lifetime, and photographic technology did not exist 2,500 years ago during the lifetime of the Buddha. The Buddha did not wear fancy clothing, nor a crown on his head, as is depicted in these statues. He wore simple rag robes and shaved his head. While the typical statue of the Buddha does not actually depict his appearance during his lifetime, they do represent a specific aspect of his life story. For example, notice how the primary statue of the Buddha depicts him sitting cross-legged with his hand reaching down towards the ground. This statue represents the first and only miracle performed by the Buddha prior to his first teaching. He had come into contact with 5 individuals who were mocking him, thinking that he had given up on the path to enlightenment. He sat down, reached down towards the earth, and upon touching the earth, countless animals came to where he was sitting. Deer, squirrels, rabbits, birds, and several other animals all came to where he was sitting to confirm for those 5 individuals that he had indeed attained enlightenment. Then the Buddha shared his very first teaching, the Four Noble Truths, and these 5 individuals became his first 5 students. A Buddha does not perform several miracles to convince others they are a Buddha, as their teachings are independently verifiable, and there is no need to convince others that one is a Buddha. Instead, a Buddha will share their teachings with countless people during their lifetime, helping them to attain the enlightened mental state through independently verifying their teachings to be the truth, to cultivate wisdom. And it is through gradual training and gradual practice that one experiences gradual progress on the path to enlightenment. So, as an individual is training their mind over a consistent period of time, they can observe for themselves that the teachings of the Buddha are working to improve the condition of their mind and their life. I would like to draw your attention to the large wheel on the wall behind the head of the primary Buddha statue. You will notice a large wheel with 8 spokes. This is a symbol referred to as a dhamma wheel. During the lifetime of the Buddha, he only taught orally. There was nothing written down during his lifetime because the technology to write things down did not exist in that region of the world during his lifetime. Therefore, the Buddha used symbols to capture the meaning of his teachings. This is a popular symbol that is in use today, yet very few people understand its significance and meaning. The wheel of this symbol reminds us how each unenlightened being is in the continuous cycle of rebirth. The 8 spokes symbolize the way to escape the cycle of rebirth, which is to learn and practice the Eightfold Path to attain enlightenment. The Eightfold Path is the core and central teaching of the Buddha that will guide you to purification of the mind by training of the mind to attain the enlightened mental state. The 12 o'clock position represents right view, then right intention, right speech, right action, right livelihood, right effort, right mindfulness, and right concentration. Learning and practicing this important teaching with the guidance of a teacher will guide you to enlightenment. It is understood that when a Buddha awakens to enlightenment, that it is an ideal time to be in existence, as the wisdom to attain enlightenment will be bright, vibrant, and readily accessible to anyone and everyone who may be interested to attain enlightenment. A Buddha, having attained enlightenment on their own, without the help of any teachers or guides, would have deep and penetrating wisdom of how to attain enlightenment. So, a Buddha existing in the world is like humanity stepping forward into a new era. When a Buddha exists in the world, civilization has entered into an important time in history, and the teachings for all beings to attain enlightenment shine in the world. In artwork, a Dhamma wheel is typically placed behind the head of a Buddha because it is understood when a Buddha awakens to enlightenment, they will reach up behind their head with their right hand and turn the Dhamma wheel counterclockwise. The Dhamma wheel is not physically on a Buddha's head, but instead is figuratively on the top of his head, where the top of the skull and the back of the skull will meet, creating a flat spot. It is in that position that a Buddha will then turn the Dhamma wheel as a representation of humanity stepping forward into a new era. Please feel free to look around the temple as I share details with you that will help you gain insight into this temple, the Buddha, and the path to enlightenment that he taught.
Itipiso bhagava
Arahang Samma Sambuddho.
The artwork you see on the walls around the temple are depicting stories from Thai culture, which are not always closely associated with the teachings of the Buddha, nor the life story of the Buddha. It is rare to find artwork on the walls of a temple that are actually associated with the true teachings of the Buddha. Nonetheless, they are beautiful and interesting works of art to appreciate. Wat Tung Yu was constructed in 1576, nearly 500 years ago, and was distinguished as a royal consecrated site for monastic ordination in 1973. A Buddhist temple is a community center, a learning center, a place to grow and evolve into a better human being. There are ordained practitioners, monks, who live at a temple, and there is the opportunity for household practitioners to attend temple events to learn, grow, and evolve through the events hosted at the temple. You might think of a temple like the womb of a woman. The womb of a woman is the very best place to grow into becoming a human being. The temple is similar in that it is the very best place to grow into becoming a better and better human being through inner growth and development, using the teachings of the Buddha as a guide. The womb of the temple environment and all that is offered at a temple is provided for by those of us that aspire for a place of learning and growth to exist in our community. Ordained practitioners live in the womb experiencing constant development, while household practitioners enter in and out of the womb on a daily basis to experience continued growth and development through their journey to an improved and better way of life. Another way to think of a temple in the vast network of temples throughout Thailand is like a self-funded mental health network. People can enter into a temple and find individuals who are available to assist you in learning, growing, and developing in your personal and professional life. While some may receive this type of assistance in their home country at a fee, there is no required or expected payment for assistance at a Buddhist temple. Members of the community who enter into the temple for guidance and assistance can support the temple through donations of time, effort, energy, and resources if they choose, but there is no requirement nor an expectation that support will be given. The temple is here to support you in your learning and growth in your life journey without any expectation of anything in return. Entering into the womb is to do so with an interest to learn, grow, and develop on the path to enlightenment as taught by the Buddha.
อิติปิโสภะคะวา
อะระหังสัมมาสัมพุทโธ
You might be asking yourself, who was Siddhartha Gautama and what is a Buddha? Siddhartha Gautama was born a prince, destined to become a king. He chose to step down from his royal heritage to seek a better understanding of life through a journey towards enlightenment. He was born in 563 BCE and died in 483 BCE. He ultimately figured out how to attain enlightenment from the age of 29 to 35 in a 6-year journey of training his mind through his own wisdom and without the guidance of any teachers. He then taught others how to attain the enlightened mental state for the next 45 years. By the time of his death at the age of 80, there were countless people who had attained enlightenment. An individual who will become a Buddha is able to attain enlightenment without the assistance of any teachers or guides. However, this is very rare in the world. The last Buddha that the world is currently aware of existed over 2,500 years ago. A Buddha meets 3 primary criteria. 1. They attain enlightenment on their own, without the guidance of any teachers. 2. They dedicate the rest of their life to sharing their independently discovered teachings with countless individuals, and countless beings attain enlightenment during their lifetime. 3. They preserve their teachings in such a way that countless more beings will get to enlightenment after their death. You are able to attain enlightenment, but you will not be a Buddha, as you will need guidance from teachers to point the way through gradual training and gradual practice to experience gradual progress. One of the biggest myths about the life story of the Buddha is that he sat under a tree and instantly attained enlightenment. This is untrue, as we can clearly see in his teachings from his own words that it was gradual training and gradual practice that led to gradual progress over a 6-year journey. This is true for you as well, that you will need gradual training and gradual practice to experience gradual progress. Everything you have ever done in life has been the same way, whether it is to read, write, and speak a certain language, or some job or occupation where you have developed significant skills and abilities. It was gradual training and gradual practice that led to your gradual progress. The journey to enlightenment is the same way. It is accomplished through gradual training and gradual practice to experience gradual progress. Common questions that many people ask about the teachings of the Buddha are: what is meditation? Meditation is a technique to actively train the mind during dedicated, independent, purposeful training sessions to eliminate unwholesome qualities of the mind and/or cultivate wholesome qualities of the mind in the positions of seated, lying, standing, or walking. How can meditation help me? Meditation is an important technique that will assist in training the mind to completely eliminate 100% of all discontent feelings, such as sadness, anger, frustration, irritation, annoyance, guilt, shame, fears, boredom, loneliness, shyness, jealousy, resentment, stress, anxiety, etc., so that you can attain enlightenment. What is enlightenment? Enlightenment is a mental state attainable during this life or at death, where the mind will be peaceful, calm, serene, and content with joy permanently. The mind will have eliminated 100% of all discontent feelings, such as sadness, anger, frustration, irritation, annoyance, guilt, shame, fears, boredom, loneliness, shyness, jealousy, resentment, stress, anxiety, etc. The mind will have a high degree of focus, concentration, memory, and clarity of mind. The mind will be stable, steady, and unshakable. Your personal and professional relationships will be blossoming and completely harmonious. By the time you attain enlightenment, the mind will not even experience a bad mood, because the causes and conditions that produce a bad mood have been eliminated from the mind. What is the path to enlightenment? The path to enlightenment is a purification of the mind by training the mind, reaching a point where the mind experiences only peacefulness, calmness, serenity, and contentedness with joy, the enlightened mind. The path to enlightenment is the solution to the challenges you experience in the world, and the solutions of how to heal from what hurt you so that you never need to hurt ever again. This is accomplished through learning, growing, and evolving to cultivate wisdom of how to train the mind, not through belief. There are no rites, rituals, ceremonies, worship, or prayer in the teachings of the Buddha. If you see these things associated with the teachings of the Buddha, those are significant misunderstandings of his teachings. If you would like to experience the practice of meditation and to gain a deeper understanding of the teachings of the Buddha, we have classes, courses, and retreats in English at no cost, where you are able to learn with a dedicated practitioner and teacher. Please scan the QR code to visit our events calendar or visit the website buddhadailywisdom.com. You will find a host of classes, courses, and retreats that are all available at no cost to assist you in your growth and development towards the enlightened mind and in this life. Please proceed to station number 5, located outside the main hall.
อิติปิโสภะคะวา
อะระหังสัมมาสัมพุทโธ
Over near the front gate of the temple complex, just behind the small building, you will see a large Bodhi tree. This is the same type of tree denoted as the location where the Buddha attained enlightenment. The original location and tree is located in Bodh Gaya, India. This is the same species of tree as the one found at that important location. The shape of the leaf is unique and is a symbol of enlightenment. The shape of the leaf can be found in Buddhist artwork and symbolism throughout Buddhist cultures. You might decide to take a look at the leaf of this important tree as you look down at the ground and see plenty of these leaves available for you to view. Across the parking lot, you will see a large yellow building with a 12-spoked wheel on the top. This 12-spoked wheel represents the highest, most ultimate truth of the teachings of the Buddha, symbolizing a teaching titled Dependent Origination. This important teaching describes, in a way that is independently verifiable, exactly why a being experiences the cycle of rebirth and discontent feelings. Studying and independently verifying dependent origination is part of what a student would understand in their journey to enlightenment. At one time, this building functioned as a headquarters for all the ordained practitioners, the monks, of the entire province of Chiang Mai. Now, it is used as a classroom to host regular classes, courses, and retreats for practitioners to study the original words of the Buddha. To your left, the small L-shaped building is where the ordained practitioners of this temple reside. It is their living quarters. Finally, the small decorative building positioned next to the main hall used to function as a building to become an ordained practitioner. If you are going to be ordained, you would enter into this building with 10 currently ordained individuals called preceptors. They would ordain the new individual, and when they exit, they would be officially ordained. When individuals come to a temple, they sometimes choose to offer support through sharing their time, effort, energy, or resources. The Buddha taught the practice of generosity, giving and sharing without any expectation of anything in return, in order to train the mind to let go. It is the mind holding on, craving and clinging, wanting and expecting, that is causing the mind to experience discontent feelings, such as sadness, anger, frustration, irritation, annoyance, guilt, shame, fears, boredom, loneliness, shyness, jealousy, resentment, stress, anxiety, etc. It is through training the mind to let go that one can completely eliminate 100% of all discontent feelings. The Buddha taught meditation and several other techniques to train the mind to let go. Giving and sharing one's time, effort, energy, and resources to help others without any expectation of anything in return helps train the mind to let go, thus working to eliminate one's discontent feelings. In addition, by supporting a temple, you are supporting the ability for people to gain access to the teachings of the Buddha, receiving assistance and guidance in developing a better life. If you have offered your support to our temple in any way, we sincerely appreciate your kindness and generosity. Your support helps us to help you and many others around the world. If you would like to join us for classes to learn more here at the temple, you are welcome to attend any of our classes, courses, or retreats at no cost. You will find our events calendar by scanning the QR code or by visiting the website buddhadailywisdom.com. You can learn here in Thailand or through the live stream of our events. No matter where you are in the world, if you have an internet connection, you are able to learn the teachings of the Buddha and the better way of life he taught. We sincerely appreciate your visit to Thailand and Wat Tung Yu. I wish you a meaningful and joyful day in Chiang Mai as you explore all that it has to offer. Take care and be well, and may you discover the peace and joy of the enlightened mind.
Namo tassa bhagavato arahato